All right, lesson 12, sprite movement. We're going to get the sprites moving using the counter pattern. Remember, that's x equals x plus 1, y equals y plus 1, whatever the variable is that you're using, plus or minus a number. So if you look at this right now, the airplane is moving up. We want to get this one moving to the right. Its name is plane, and I want it to move on the x because it's going from left to right. So I'm going to say plane.x equals, and you can just type these in, or you can go drag your blocks. That's up to you. Oops, I did a y. Whoops. Plane.x plus 3. And now they're moving. We have a fly. We want him to move from right to left. That's still on the X. If I move my mouse right here, I can see the fly move, or the X on the bottom of the screen. If you watch underneath Show Grid, if I move my mouse, the X is getting smaller. So I know I need to subtract. So I'm going to say fly.x equals fly.x minus 3. And there he goes. Here we have a mouse, and we want to get the mouse moving down the screen on both the X and the Y. Right now, you can see that the mouse is moving down the Y positively. We want it to move positively on the X at the same time to give it a diagonal movement. So I'm going to say mouse.x equals mouse.x plus 2. And now it moves diagonally. Well, one thing that we can also do is mess around with the rotation to get it so that the mouse looks that it is actually facing in the right direction. And that's going to be, I'm trying to think of what number I'd be at, 90. Let's try that. Oh, backwards. 280 is a little too far. So let's do 300. There we go. It's fairly close. So this one, you're just going to make a prediction about which thing is going to happen here. You'll see the answer if you did it right or wrong. Let's look at some of the practice ones. So here is a spinning pan, and we're going to use the counter pattern to make it rotate around. So we're going to use the rotation this time, and we're going to say pan.rotation equals pan.rotation, and we're going right, so we're going to do a positive number. Let's do 5. Oops. Plus 5. That's faster than it's moving, but that's fine. And this one teaches you about watchers, which are pretty cool. I'm going to exit this and start over. So if you look right now and you run it, you can see it show up for a second and it disappears. Something's wrong, but it's too quick for me to tell what's wrong. So what I'm going to do is type in the cycle .x and cycle.y because I want to see where it's going. I can see that the y value, which gets bigger when I go down, is going this way really, really fast, like immediately. So it's going off the screen. I need to try to change this a little bit maybe this needs to be a minus instead of a plus. So I'm going to show you a little trick here. Show text. Instead of dragging those blocks out, I can just go in and edit the text this way. And there we go. I just had my y backwards. It should have been minus instead of plus. And then rotation, direction. You'll see these gears a couple of times. Right now, they're set up, but they're not rotating. So we want them to rotate like they're moving as one system. So we're going to use the counter pattern to do that. So I'm going to go to rotation and pull one out for each of these. And oops, didn't mean to put that one in there. Okay, so we have blue gear, red gear, green gear. Blue gear, red gear, if I can spell, green gear. And then I'm going to need my red and my green are moving to the right. So those are pluses. Red and green. And my blue one is moving left, so that's going to be a minus. So this will be blue gear 3, dot rotation. Dot rotation. And red gear dot rotation 3, and green gear dot rotation. Tell it what I want it to do there. And 3. And now they run like a one little machine. For your assessment in this one, you want to get these fish all moving and moving so that it says the blue fish should move the fastest, then the orange, and then the green. So right now you can see that the orange fish is already moving for you. It says orangefish.x equals orangefish.x minus 2. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste this twice and change the names. So I need blue fish and green fish. And let's get them moving. Now they're moving at the same rate. So I need orange fish. So blue should move the fastest. So I'm going to make this the biggest number. I'm going to move it 6. Green should be the slowest. I'm going to leave it at 2. Orange, we're going to make 4 because that's in between those two values. There we go. And this one, it wants you to use ellipses to make bubbles. Or add more fish and make them wiggle as they move, which is super cute. You can try those different examples for the challenges.